Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We are continuing our declutter series, and today we are decluttering some loose powders and some pressed powders. So right here off the top, as you know, I featured this in my recent favorites video for March, and I've been going through this powder again, really liking it, so we're going to put that on the side and keep that. I really like this Bare Minerals Bare Pro powder. I don't think this shade, I used to have two and I finished up one. Now this shade works for me pretty much more in the summer months, so I'm going to hold on to that for summer. Same thing goes with the Maybelline Superstay. This is more of my summer shade, which is the shade 362 Truffle. I'm going to hold on to that as well. The Black Radiance powders, for some reason I just can't find myself to get rid of these. Like, these always come in handy, so I'm going to hold on to those as well. But this one can go. I use pretty much a lot of this. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked. This is in the shade 060 Dark. And it made it through my last declutter, but for some reason I have not touched it since, so it can go. MAC, you guys know the MAC Studio Fix powder. This one is in the shade NC50. And I never understood why it looked so light in the pan. I use it. If you're familiar with Makeup Shayla, she likes to use this to set underneath her eyes with, you know, set her concealer underneath her eyes. It's nothing that I would do on a daily basis, but when I'm trying to like amp up my look, I will reach for this. So I'm going to keep that in my collection. The Pure Cosmetics powders, these are good powders as well. This is the Pure 4-in-1. This one is in the shade Deeper, and as you can see, I used a lot of that. Already hit pan on that, so I'm going to hang on to that. And then the one that is like my skin tone now, this Deeper is my summer shade, and I can get away with just the shade Deep in like the cooler months. But I don't really reach for that one. I'm only going to keep the one that's in the shade Deeper. Should I? What you think? Well, it feels kind of rough and crusty now. And that one feels smoother, the one I was going to keep. But these are like two red tone powders. The powders have some warmth to it. So I'm actually going to keep just the shade Deep, and I'm going to get rid of the shade Deeper. Over here we have the Laura Mercier Candle Glow. This is Bay as well. This is more of a finishing powder, so I'm going to hold on to that. I don't reach for this at all. This is the Sacha Buttercup Setting Powder. But I'm not a fan of like yellow powders underneath my eyes anymore. So this is hard. I don't really want to get rid of it because like this is the OG staple product. And I use quite a bit of it. Actually, I'm going to hang on to it for now. Just for now. Let's see if it makes it back in the drawer. This one, oh, this was the NYC. That used to be the bomb back in the days, but I'm pretty sure I use this bottle for something else, which I couldn't tell you what powder is in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. This is a brand new Laura Mercier Translucent Medium Deep. Of course, I'm gonna keep that. That is my favorite. And this is the, I think I used this packaging over as well too. This might be filled with this RCMA No Color powder, so I'm gonna get rid of the bigger bottle of it, and I'm just gonna hold on to a little bit. I hardly ever use that powder. I don't reach for it, but I'm gonna hang on to it for now. This one is the Laura Mercier. This is their Secret Brightening powder, and I do like this powder underneath my eyes. It adds like a little bit more brightness. This is an OG product for me as well. This is the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder. I'm going to hang on to that because that's one of my favorites. The Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I really like that as well. My Anastasia, what is it called? The Loose Setting Powder in Deep Peach. If you haven't seen my Anastasia video, well, I don't even want to direct y'all to that video because the footage was a little wonky, but I really do like that powder. The Fenty Beauty, this is in the shade Honey. See, I'm going to stick with Honey instead of the Sacha Buttercup because this is not as yellow. I don't know if you can see the difference, but this has a little bit more brown to that yellow, and that's what I tend to go for now. So Sacha Buttercup can go. And this is another yellow setting powder. This is the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder in the shade, I think the security sticker is over. If I'm not mistaken, this was the shade Banana. And I'm gonna go ahead and let this go because again, it's another one of them yellow powders. It is a good drugstore powder that you guys can pick up if you're looking for one, but I'm gonna let it go out of my collection because I think I have enough powders going on. And last but not least, this is a sample of the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, another powder that I really like, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I have 9 of the loose setting powders. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 pressed powders. I have 1 finishing powder in here. I do have other finishing powders. Like you guys know my Jouer I love. And I'm going to put this e.l.f. one in here. This is pretty new. And I'm going to just throw that in here. But my go-to powders are the Makeup Forever and the Jouer You Know. I also use the Charlotte Tilbury. But from my everyday drawer, I went ahead and grabbed these powders. I have another pressed powder. This is my Sephora Micro Smooth. Absolutely love that. My Too Faced Born This Way. I use that a lot as well. And I've never used this. This is the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. And this, what shade is this? This is in the shade Banana, but it doesn't look as yellow as a normal banana would look. So I'm going to hold on to this because I have yet to try that. So I'm just going to put that in this drawer as well. But yeah guys, so that is all my powder products. I believe that is all my powder products that I can find right now. I like that I got rid of what, 2, 4, 6 powders. So you know, the drawer looks much better than it did when I started, so I am happy for that. If you like the clutters, go ahead and thumbs up this video. Stay tuned for more because we need to make our way throughout these drawers and see what else we can clear up and use more of what we appreciate in our collection. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and join the K Squad. We would love to have you here, and I hope to catch you guys on the next video. Bye y'all.